Hi everyone, in today's video I will be showing you a very practical example of performing unsupervised machine learning in data science, and I will be using Jupyter Notebook, and I will be providing you code in Python language. And here I will be using Iris dataset, which is really famous dataset. And unsupervised machine learning is a method where you don't know the class labels, so you can perform clustering and classify your data into groups. So I will be performing clustering in this video and then represent those clusters in using a chart or plot. So let's start the video, and I hope this video will help you to learn how to perform clustering using Python language. So this is our problem. So first what we will do, we will import libraries. So for importing libraries I used one is Python libraries. First one is pandas, then second one is NumPy. For all the coding usually you need pandas is when you create data frames, and NumPy when you perform numeric operations. And then third library I will be using matplot library to plot the clusters. And then I will be using k-means library, and I will import it from scikit-learn. And I will be using unsupervised clustering in this, and for that purpose I will be performing k-means clustering. So these are 4 libraries I will be using. So next step is loading the data. So to load the data you can create any variable or data frame, and then you use your pandas library, and you can use read CSV. And because my dataset is in the same folder where I have this notebook, so I don't need to give a path. So if you are keeping your dataset somewhere in other folder where your this Jupyter notebook is not saved, so you can give a path here. So yeah, my file name is Iris and its extension is CSV. So then after that this file will be loaded into my data, and my data I showed it using head function. So head displays first 5 rows in the data set. So in the data set there are 5 columns, which is more description of different species. So sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. And then in the third step we will be defining, because this is unsupervised machine learning. So unsupervised machine learning means you don't have this class label species. So we want to make this data set into unsupervised machine learning problem. So right now it is in supervised machine learning problem because we have label column, which is last column species. So here we will remove the species column so that we can have other 4 columns, and using those 4 columns we can group Iris dataset into clusters. So first I will be selecting the columns which I need. So here I did is my data I log function is used to extract the columns. So here column represent before colon, it's you are presenting all the rows, and after comma what I did is I selected as 4 columns, first 4 columns. So because in Python index works from 0, so I will be selecting 0, 1, 2, 3. So values, so it will extract all the values and it will save it into X. So this is here. So now I can show you this by printing what I got. So here I can show you what is the result. So this is the result of the data. So we don't have last column here. So fourth step is performing k-means clustering. So it is very simple. So I'm describing you in a very simple way. So what is k-means clustering? K-means clustering is usually contain of like 3 steps. So first one is k-means clustering is you have some clusters and you want to partition your observation in the dataset into 3 clusters or 4 clusters, 5 clusters. So we represent all the rows by n, and if you set cluster number, so that would be k. So first step is we select centroids randomly from the data set. So what is centroid? Centroid randomly some numbers. So after selecting randomly some numbers from observation from our data set, next step is the rest of observations are assigned to those centroids. So for example, if one observation has is closest to first centroid, it will be assigned to first centroid. And then afterwards, third step is the centroid of clusters becomes the new mean centroid. So this process repeat itself. So you can set some iteration 100, 200 or 300. So with each iteration, centroid will be changed, and it will start the procedure again. It will perform the second step and it will check each observation and associate it with the nearest centroid. So here is the code. So I used k-means variable, and then I used k-means algorithm. Number of cluster I have set 3. You can take 2, 4, 5, whatever you want to. So we will talk in the near future in next video how to find the best number of clusters for a data set. For now we are simply selecting 3 clusters, and then you initialize k-means. So this is the algorithm we are gonna use. So you will initialize it, k-means clustering. Third parameter is maximum iterations. So maximum iteration I have set here 300, and then here we have random state. So we fit this k-means on the data set, which is in x variable. After this, after we got fitting model in y k-means variable, so now we will plot it. So for plotting, because we have different, we will be selecting different colors. For example, red color for iris setosa, blue color for iris versicolor, and green for iris virginicea. So and then I will be using scatter plot, because in scatter plot we will be showing the points in the space. So, and for centroid we use yellow color, because we have to show what are the centroids and how points are associated with these centroids, and then plot longitude. So here is the result. So you can see, and there is like, you can see the clusters. Blue, there is a blue cluster, there is a green cluster, and then there is a red cluster, and you can see centroid as well. Centroids are represented by yellow color. So that much good. So we can improve it, but this is like simple results of this clustering. So this was today's video, where I wanted to explain how can you use a small data set and how you can perform unsupervised machine learning on the data set, and you can find clusters and represent them visually. So I hope you like this video and it's useful for you to learn unsupervised machine learning using Python in Jupyter Notebook. So stay tuned for the next video, because in the next video I will be explaining elbow method, which is used to find the best number of clusters which should be given to perform k-means clustering. So till then, thank you. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please support my channel and like, share and subscribe so that you can get notified for upcoming videos and we can learn Python together. Thank you.